Hey you guys, I'm Fatima with Urban Knots, and I'm about to show you how to make a cream puff jacket, cropped jacket with a hood using these two colors. You can use any colors you want. You can use one single color. You can use multiple colors. It's all up to you. We are going to use Bernay big blanket yarn, and these are size 7 jumbo. Okay. We're also going to use our fingers. You're going to need a pair of scissors and you're going to need a lighter. And that's it. Your hand, scissors, and a lighter. And we're about to get started. To start, we're going to make a slip knot. To make a slip knot, you're going to take your yarn and you're going to cross it over. You're going to take your two fingers and you're going to pull the yarn through the loop. That is a slip knot. Now we're going to chain 6 for this project because we're going to go across 6 for one side of our chest. So if you want your chunky jacket to be longer, you're going to make, wider or larger, you're going to make more chains, because this is what, like I said, you can measure your one side of your chest, like from the middle of your chest all the way to your underarms. That's how wide, that's the width that you want. But we're going to do a chain of 6 for this jacket. So 1, you're going to pull for each chain, you're going to pull your yarn through the loop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have a chain of 6. Now, after this chain of 6, we're going to flip our chain, okay? And then we're going to start going across to make the length of the jacket, which we're going to do 18. If you want it to be longer, you can make a longer width. I like to make my yarn go in the direction that I'm going in. So since we're going down the loops here, I like for my yarn to go that way. So we're going to go into not this first link because our first hoop is through there already. We're going to go through this second chain here. We're going to take our yarn, we're going to push it through this chain, boop, and we'll create another loop just like that. And we'll do that all the way down. Find the chains that you made, and you're going to put your yarn through each stitch, and boom, you should have 6 loops, or however long you want your jacket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to repeat this for 18 rows, and you're going to do this twice. Okay, so you're going to make 2 of these because it's going to go on the right and left side of your chest. Meet me back here when you get to your last row. So don't start 18. Come back here. Just get to 17 and you're going to meet me back here for the last chain, because I'm going to show you how to close this off. But again, you're just going to keep going up and you're going to continue to put pull the yarn through each loop. This is how you hand knit. Very simple, right? I'm going to do a couple more rows with you so you can see how this is done. We have the loop. We're going to pull it through each loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go back again. Let's pull our yarn this way since we're going that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See there? It's creating like this knitted look with the braids going up, and you're just going to repeat that for 17 rows. Meet me back here at 18. All right, so I have the two front panels. See, for me, I'm doing like, opposite sides like you saw in the picture. But I have two front panels, 6 rows across, 18 rows up, close them off, fire them up on the edges to where none of my strings are showing. Now, for the back panel, it's going to need to be this wide and this high, but all together. So we're going to make 12, a chain of 12, and then we're going to go 18 rows up. Okay, so that it can be just basically one big panel that's like this. And I'm also going to show you how to change colors because my panel is going to start off black and then it's going to go up white. So let's get started on the back panel. All right, so again, we're going to chain 12. We're going to start with a slip stitch, which is crossing over the yarn, pulling the yarn through the loop. That's our slip stitch. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we have a chain of 12. Remember, we're going to flip it so that our last loop can be sticking up because we're going to end up going through that loop. That's going to be our first loop. And then we're going to go through, not this loop, because you see this loop is already going through there. We're going to go 1 or 2, 3 through each chain, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Boom. So we're ready to do this again, y'all. So it's the same thing. You're going to bring, so you basically, know how to hand knit now, because all you do is bring each loop through, you bring the loops through each loop from the back. 1, pull through this loop, 2, 3, 4, and so on until you get 18 rows up to make your back panel. And then after the back panel, we're going to get started on putting it together to where it looks like a vest, and then we're going to start on the arms. Okay, guys, we have 2 front panels and we have a back panel. Okay, this is how my back panel looks. So what we're going to do is we want this side with the chains to be on the back. So we're going to flip this because we're about to join these together. So we're going to flip this. This is the bottom of my jacket. This is the top. Also, this is one panel side of the panel. And this is the second side of that panel. So, and you see we have the knit look on the outside and also the knit look on the back. So what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you how we're going to join these. We're going to join them at the shoulders here. So these are the shoulders. I'm going to show you how to join that. We're also going to join the sides together. So we're going to join like up to wherever your armhole, however big you want your armhole. So this is about how much I want to leave for my arm. So I'm going to knit up to here on each side. So let's get started. So to combine the shoulders and to combine any of this, you're going to take your yarn, you're going to push it through this loop and the back loop. You're going to leave a little tail. Honestly, I'll do a little bit of a knot. And then I'll come back and, then you're going to get the rest of your tail. you're going to take it through this loop and through the back loop, just like that, over and over again. I have a long one because this is the last piece of this on this skein of yarn, so that's why it's so long, but you don't have to weave it through so long. But under each stitch, I'm going to take it through the front and the back. And repeat on both sides. I'm going to take you through this whole thing just so you can see how it turns out. Like do mine a little tight. Ooh, this one broke. But you know us, you know what we like to do. We like to get our lighter and attach it back. Just like that. Are we ready? Which way was I going? Kind of lost now. Oh, this way. See how easy that is? I love the fact that you can burn it and stick it together. That's like the coolest thing, one of the coolest things about this yarn. And boom, we have a shoulder. Boom. So we're going to do that on this side, and we're going to attach here at the bottom as well. So like I said, I'm going to keep, some people want large sleeves, so they'll leave a lot more, but I want my sleeves to be about, yeah, I'm going to attach this soon, but I want my sleeves to be like about that size. So like I said, I'm going to attach it the same way I did the shoulder from here down. So meet me when you finish both sides of the shoulders and both sides, leaving your arms open. Now we have a little vest. Basically we have our sleeves attached, we have our shoulders attached, we have our sides attached, and it's like a little vest. Cute, right? So now we are about to do the sleeves. Okay, let's get started on the sleeves. For the sleeves, I am going to go around in a circle all the way into the length that I would like for my arm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by pulling through a loop here, and under each loop I'm going to create a loop. Yep, I'm going to create a loop here. We're going to go all the way around this way, and then we're going to continue doing the same thing we did to hand stitch up the sleeve. This is kind of hard to come through, but we got it. Through the loop, through a loop here, a loop here. Don't want my sleeve to be too baggy, so, and a loop here, and I'm gonna put one more loop under here. Now we're just gonna continue to go around in a circle. You could use a stitch marker of some sort, but you're just gonna keep going around and around and around until you feel like the sleeve length is what you want. So we are going to was this not number one? Yes, we're gonna go under and under all the way around, guys, and then I'll show you. You're really gonna close your sleeve the same way you closed every other section. But yes, this one is a little bit more difficult because we got to keep twisting this big, heavy, fluffy coat to go around and around and around in a circle. But we got it. And we're back at the beginning again. And we know that under our arm is our last one. But boom. So you're going to do that over and over again until you have your sleeve. Okay? So meet me back here when you finish your sleeves. All right, now our jacket is done. We have our sleeves, tightened up the edges, have our front inside. Now with this jacket, I do not want to put a hood on it, so I am going to show you the jacket that I completed with the hood so I can show you how to do it. Okay. Okay, this is my completed jacket with the hood. So if you want the hood, what you're going to do is you're going to chain 7 like we did with the front panel, but this is the same thing. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to chain 7 and then you're going to go up 16. So chain 7, hand knit 16, and you're going to do the same thing on this you're going to do 2 panels like that. Chain 7, hand knit 16. And then what you do when you hit those 2 panels done, you're going to put together with a piece of yarn the top and the back of the panels together. If you see how that's done. So the top of it, of the rectangle, and then the bottom. So then you'll have this hood. Then after that, after you have your hood, and the way you attach it is you just start at your collar and you go around the back. You attach the hood around the back. And then boom, you have a completed sweater with the hood. I want to make a hat for my other one, so I'm going to leave that, but this is a completed jacket. I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorials, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I will be coming back with a lot of cool tutorials for crochet, for the Addy knitting machine, for I-cords and things like that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. Bye.